Hey, nice to see you here. Welcome. I wanted to open up the floor to play around and explore some ideas. It's been a while since I've done this kind of format, but I always found it was very therapeutic and clarifying to throw your ideas out and explore and see what makes sense and what is maybe not sensible. And something I'm finding myself in at the moment is, do we really need to know anything? Conceptually, does an idea really need to be there to dictate and run our lives? Because every thought you have is just understood in relation to its opposite. And if you believe one side, then you're automatically discriminating against the opposite. But the opposite is in existence because you've chosen one side. So it is part of the same thing. So an idea is just very limiting in that sense and cannot take you all the way to fully understanding the truth. Because the truth is not a half, the truth is a whole. You want to take a breath with me? Just drop everything. Drop every thought, concept, idea, what you need to do, what you've done. Just put it all aside. It's not going anywhere. Just trust me. Trust me to take you wherever it is you need to go. But even that doesn't matter. You can drop that as well. Just be here. And drop that too, of needing to be here. There's nothing to know, there's nothing to do, there's nothing to... There's nothing to... On a quantum level, there's nothing anyway, so... Empty space. Letting go of the limitations, letting go of the complications. What do you truly need that isn't already present for you? I need to confront my future. I need to change my past. Why? For what purpose? You want to change an image. You want to change an imagination. You want to change something which is not truly here. An idea. Feel free. But it's not where you're going to find what you're looking for. When I no longer know, I seem to understand. Getting a bit philosophical here. But in my experience, it's always been true. Why do I need to know anything? We hesitate from exploring the truth because exploring that means diving into the unknown by letting go of everything that you hold dear. And doing that means abandoning our safety and security, which we're very reluctant to do as human beings because safety first. We want to feel safe. But needing things to be a certain way, needing a certain particular image or a circumstance to hold us, that's foolish in the grand scheme of things. Not wrong, totally fine, and logical. But there's a game beyond logic. And that's freedom. Because your logic is limited to what you can see. And what you can see is only a minute section of the whole painting. If I'm standing on a mountain, I can see way more than from the valleys below. So am I going to trust the logic of my mind from the valleys below, or am I going to trust the mountains here, both of which are me? What do you mean? Well, you have knowing, and then you have the intelligence. The intelligence arises from letting go of the knowing, the knowledge, or not holding on to it in the first place. Thanks, B. When we throw ourselves into the unknown, we find ourselves being guided by something way more intelligent than our thinking mind. And that seems irrational, for sure. But if you look at nature and how it functions and how it flows, and how there's a beautiful orchestration happening, seemingly effortlessly. A bee does nothing more than instinctively go to collect pollen to bring back to the hive, and in the process, nourishes everything around it, all the flowers in the garden, and in the process, creating oxygen for us to breathe. But there's no training camps for bees. I've never seen one. Maybe they do have one, but it seems weird. A bee's born and it's like, okay, everybody, this is your job. You're gonna go and you're gonna fly to every single flower that you can and collect as much pollen, and be sure to drop some along the way for the flowers so that everything else is the world is oxygenated. And you come back and like, no one educates these fellas. No one educates a caterpillar to become a butterfly. Just eat lots, and when you're ready, hang on a tree and then you'll become a butterfly. It's always unknown. It's always just trusting of now. Because there's nothing beyond the now. Just trust it now. That's all you can really have trust in. Now. So see where we go. I'll let go of where we go. If I'm holding on to where we go, then I'm going to fight against what's naturally trying to guide me in this moment. Our minds are fighting. Our minds are fighting. Our minds are trying to one-up the natural intelligence of nature, of the universe. And we hurt ourselves a lot in the process. Wasted on fixing all the problems that you made in your own head. What more can I do other than what naturally wants to be done? Well, that's just what, like, la 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 blah. it's funny because what we want always looks a certain way in our minds. And because we have limited what we want to a specific image, we miss out on the opportunity of recognizing it where it is right now. Whether that be abundance, whether that be love, whether that be success. I was going to say success, but I don't really know what I mean by that. That's really unique to everyone. But I do feel a split in... There's a split because there's the natural order of things, and then there's the order that we've created. And in order for us to function in the order that we've created, you have to play along with the mind games and understand the mentality and playing with that. So there's these two realities that are playing at the same time. And I'm a little bit in both. Creating a business, which takes strategizing and understanding how our system works and how we can utilize it to shine bright enough to attract those who wish to be served by what we have to offer. But I'm very drawn to the effortlessness of whatever wants to arise. It is our nature to serve. It is our nature to nourish. But to think that we have to find a way to do that feels like an unnecessary layer. We just want to serve. So how do we integrate these two games in a way that can thrive? Because it's not necessarily about picking one or the other. How do we create a whole out of the two dualities? The duality. Wholeness. Cool. The natural evolution of societal structure. Beyond mind. Beyond thinking. Every thought I have has an influence on the body and how I feel. And how I feel depends on the effectiveness of what I do. That dictates the effectiveness of what I do. If I'm not feeling good, I'm not functioning at my highest. If I'm feeling great, then hey, watch out, people, because I'm on my way. So, truth takes sacrifice. Sacrificing all that you know to truly understand, because to pretend that you know, yeah. Know that you don't know and take a step forward. Or just stay where you are. Know that you don't know and you become way more open and receptive to